Hello, BallenIsles Club members. I'm David Berkowitz, Chairman of the Greens Committee, and I'm with Carl Eckstein, Chairman of the Golf Committee. It's been several weeks since Carl and I provided our first golf course update shortly after the groundbreaking ceremony. In today's update, we will describe the major progress points and provide you with a brief update as to some of the notable changes on holes 13, 15, and 17.
Our contractor, Total Golf, has been on the course for approximately 6 weeks, and in that time frame, they have stripped almost all the fairways, greens, and bunkers, in addition to shaping almost all of the back 9. And we will show you the green complexes, which have changed dramatically. This is exactly what we were expecting from our architect, Chris Cochran of Nicholas Design.
Before we get into the specifics of the 3 holes we have identified, just a quick comment to say that the course is progressing as scheduled and on budget. We are glad to report that we have not experienced any supply chain issues which would cause any unnecessary delays. We are optimistic as to what is to come, as many of our construction supplies have already been delivered to our facility.
We are now standing in the middle of the 13th fairway. The hole is about 320 yards long from the blue tee, and behind me is the new green. As you will see, the green has been moved closer to the water and runs along the water's edge, making this a more exacting second shot. Hopefully coming in, you'll only have no more than 120 yards.
As Carl indicated, positioning of your approach shot to the green will be even more critical than before. If your tee shot is short, the water and the island will play an even bigger role than ever. The hole will provide for a great test of your skills, but at the same time, the new tee positions will provide for an opportunity to position your drive as you would have hoped.
We are now standing on the 15th tee. The hole is going to play 250 yards from the blue tee, which will be in the water behind me that we filled in. This hole is going to play dramatically different than it was before.
Most notably, the coquina, as well as the huge ficus tree on the left, has been removed, and the elevation of the fairway has been greatly reduced. The length of the hole has been significantly shortened, but new challenges have added to test your strategic and golf skills.
The fairway is a 2-level fairway, the lower left and the upper right. Depending on where the pin is placed on this green will depend on your strategic play of whether or not you put it to the left or the right.
When you approach the green complex, you will be awed by its size, contour, and shape. It's critical to hit your shot to the green someplace proximate to the pin. This short hole is truly exciting and will be one of the most memorable and fun to play. We are now standing between the upper and lower fairway, approaching the greens. Behind us are the bunkers that will be an added attraction for this hole. And if you could see to my left is one end of the green, and over my right-hand shoulder is the other end of the green complex, which is going to be incredibly challenging depending on pin placement and where you're hitting from.
We're standing at the bottom of the right-hand side of the green. The green runs about 40 yards behind me to the top left. The white lines in the green are the drainage lines. This is going to be one of the first greens done, and it will be a fun green. A funny thing happened on the way from the 15th hole to the 17th. We got interrupted by a little lightning storm and rain. And in the interim, David left me. He went north, and now I'm have to do this all by myself. I'll try my best without him. Hopefully by now, you notice that we're on the 17th tee. And behind me, maybe you've also noticed that the 2 big trees that were on the left-hand side by the water are no longer there. And on the right-hand side of the fairway, you see 2 additional trees that were never there and no sand trap. Those 2 trees, one of them came from the 17th fairway, and the other one came from the 15th tee box, or in front of the water by the forward tee on 15. While we're standing on the tee, the camera will pan over to the practice area, the short game practice area, and you will see where the water has been filled in. And behind me, you see a backhoe digging out to make the water wider coming into the fairway. This fairway is going to play closer to the water the whole length down, making it a little more interesting and a little more challenging. We're now standing in what will hopefully be where your second shot would be on this par 5 hole. The third shot into this green is going to be a little tricky in that the water that on the left-hand side is moving up to the green. You could probably see the outline of the green on the left-hand side, and the water is probably only going to be about 5 feet from there. In addition, the water is going to go back towards the 18th tee box because obviously whatever water we fill in at the front by the practice area, we have to create this equal or greater amount of water someplace else. As you can see to my left, there is a large mound. If you're to the right-hand side of this fairway, you will have to contend with the mound as it protects the green on the right-hand side. We are now standing on the right-hand side of the fairway. Hopefully you'll be able to tell, even though it's not fully designed yet, that this hump in the middle goes right and left. So if you don't hit your shot exactly properly, you're going to end up in a collection area either short of the green or far to the right. This concludes our first on-course video of the East Golf Course. Just remember that this is a construction site, so you're not permitted to come out here. Stay tuned for a further edition.